Aries, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's an energy reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. This is a timeless message, so it comes to you in the week that you can receive it, that you're willing and open to the message. Please don't forget, however, to subscribe to this channel so that you know when I upload your favorite content. You can click that little bell, and please select all notifications so that you will get notified when I upload all your favorite content. If you're looking for personal readings, I do those. Please check out my website, and you can book and schedule everything over there. And I have added a lot of value to the BWOB membership to this channel, so I highly recommend that you join, because there's a lot of specialized perks, but most especially now, every single one of my extended readings is accessible through the BWOB membership. So I hope to see all of you there. Let's get into this, Aries. 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 There's some breakup or disconnection in your past, and by breakup, I don't mean just romantic. It could have been loss of a job, being fired, or something like that, or disconnection from a family member. There's some disassociation or breakup in the past that is coming out and impacting the future. The future, however, not the future from the past, the current situation. The current situation is still blinded to me, like I don't know what it is. Let's talk about what came out in the past. We have time to collaborate, and that's in reverse. Now, maybe this is just an indication of maybe it's not a breakup. Now, intuitively, that's what I picked up on. But what it feels like looking back is maybe you were the one that did that chose to disassociate, simply because you needed time to connect with yourself, or you needed space to be independent. Maybe you had made a choice long term that you wanted to stay single and focus on career. Maybe you had decided that you needed to get new friends, like disconnect from the old one. Whatever it is, it feels like you didn't feel like it was a right time. So it feels more like this was your choice. Now, you can please correct me if I'm wrong. Always feel free to leave comments. It maybe wasn't your choice, but there was some sense of that I have to do this on my own. I have to disconnect and do this on my own. I don't feel like it was a disconnect like a depression, but I feel that it was almost a voluntary isolation. Like, I don't want to work with this particular other person or with other people in general right now. So let's turn over the card that was blinded to me. Let spirit be your guide. So now there's an aerial perspective. There's also a sense of zoom out. Maybe I want to look at this situation from a different point of view. This is also a message that says God is with you. God is always with you, of course, but spirit is with you, guiding you, speaking directly to you at this point. So perhaps this was a disconnection from faith, and this is a reconnection of faith. This is a sense of something is bringing you back full circle to, I had to leave to come back to it. Almost like the prodigal son tale. Not to say that you're doing anything wrong, but to say I have to test my faith. I have to test my situation in life to come back around to it and get really now this full perspective on it with an objective and fair point of view. Maybe now I'm finally at a place where I can zoom out, where things aren't so personal for me. But there does seem to be this overwhelming sense of wisdom and acceptance now in relation to whatever had gone on in the past. So now, starting there, let's break into tarot. Okay. Aries. I just got a message. There's something today that you wish you had seen or understood differently that you've done in the past, and now you're getting an aerial perspective on it. It's making you see clearly. No, Aries, you cannot go back and redo the past, but you can not repeat it. And I think this aerial view is also working as an aha moment where you're recognizing, oh, okay, now I'm starting to get the understanding of why I ended up where I am, why I'm here, why everything is what it is, and realizing the direct connection to that choice in the past. Usually this happens when God's giving you the blessing of not repeating the same mistake twice, right? Because a lot of times we repeat the same mistake multiple times because we don't even realize we're doing it. There seems to be this aerial perspective and this intervention from God that says, that clues you in and broadens your mind and lets you see objectively why you made the choices that you made. Now, I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be, how it's going to impact your choices moving forward. We have the Three of Wands here. That's actually really beautiful energy. Almost like this sense of, I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I made the decision to go my own direction. That's kind of what it is. So here, let's review. Three of Wands means your ships are starting to come in, and it could be because you decided to disconnect, you decided to be individual, you decided to prioritize your own ambitions, whatever it was. There's a sense of your ships are coming in. There's a sense of seeing your, or at least starting to see that your investments that you made in the past are now coming in, coming back to you. And then we have Six of Cups, which usually relates to friendships from the past, to your home life, to your home. You could be your actual physical home. Could also be with somebody that you had been with in the past, an ex in some ways. I'm not so scared of exes right now because Mercury is out of retrograde. So there is this sense of kind of looking and being happy with how you did connect, or looking and being happy with maybe the friends you decided to stay connected with, even if some of them you had to walk away from, or this sense of, I have to understand what this disconnect was. Time to collaborate, but it was in reverse. Oh, I understand. So somebody from your past is coming back to you. It wasn't time to collaborate with them now. It is time to collaborate with them now. It wasn't time to collaborate with them then. It is time to collaborate with them now. Once again, this doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be a business or a job or some sort of opportunity that comes back. Simply this, you weren't ready for it in the past, and I don't think they were either. There was not. It wasn't the right time for the two of you to come together. Now, dead center, Spirit is making a very clear message. Now is the time, because look at this card. We have to discuss it. That's the Star card. And the Star card is simply saying, I mean, just blatantly, Aries, that this is a dream or wish fulfillment. This is a time. This is the perfect time. This is the moment. Now, as we head toward, more toward Aquarius season, of course, Aquarius season, I think, starts January 20th, 21st. The seasons kind of start earlier to this year. It's kind of weird. A lot of them start on the 20th instead of the 20th, 21st instead of the 21st, 22nd. Anyway, just noting that. But we have, it's a leap year. It's January 20, we have February, 29 days in February this year. So maybe that has something to do with it. calendar. But we have the Star card here. The Star card means all of this is fulfilled. That this connection that wasn't meant to be in the past is coming back to you now. It's kind of beautiful that way because it doesn't feel like an X so much as two ships passing in the night. So it's not like you wouldn't know this other person or know this opportunity. You would recognize it, and you would also recognize your desire of it, like that you wanted it. But it seems like now you're starting to realize this was the perfect time. You may have seen it and caught a glimpse of it, but this is actually the perfect choice and the perfect time for it to become a reality. And my friends, it is about to become a reality. We know this because this is the wish fulfillment card. Let's get into a moon card. You got to choose one of those. Everything is falling out like dead center now. Okay. What does that mean? For those of you who just found the channel, first of all, thank you. Please remember to subscribe. But what it means is if things come out in the center of my table, it's because it's happening now, like current, or it's suddenly making sense now. But if past comes out, it's because this thing in the past, this occurrence in the past, impacted or led up to what is happening now. So we know there was a disconnect in the past, or you just weren't ready. And I just saw 1111 as I'm looking at my video. So yeah, this is clarity. This is awakening to, oh my God, this is when it was supposed to happen. This is the divine timing. And I think a lot of times we think or we feel cursed or robbed because something didn't happen when we wanted it to. Our wants aren't always synced with divine timing. And that just means that there's sort of a spiritual imbalance that we have to cure, right? To allow us to be synced. Because if we were synced, we wouldn't have expected it back then. This beautiful energy of Hawk is saying you're synced now. And that could be why, because you're matching up with vibrations, it's coming to you. Because there's a spiritual synchronicity that's happening now, that's vibing now, that hadn't been happening in the past, and you're able to welcome it into you. So we have believe in the impossible. What I mean, could you just like this is a very clear message. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. I think that let's just leave it at that. We do have a full moon. We know we just had a full moon, so it's really not about that. It's really about believe in the impossible, because thinking it's going to happen, the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is a beautiful energy, my friends. A beautiful energy of release, allowing yourself to let go, allowing yourself to be liberated from the energy of whatever it was that was blocking you or that was making you feel robbed or deprived of anything. This is also Capricorn season. Definitely by the end of Capricorn season, there is a clearing out of this energy. Believe in the impossible because the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's this week. Let's dig in. Okay, God, what is this? What is this? What is this that's coming into Aries, or at least most Aries? Okay, thank you. What is this? I asked. There is a defeat or some sort of battle or fighting. Some sort of I don't know. It's some sort of battle or fighting or a defeat. So what was it? What do you mean? Something that was constantly blocking your progress. This is what it's relating to. Something that was constantly blocking your progress, not letting you move forward, always fucking you up. Okay, but what is it? And it did threaten to continue to get in your way. But no, and now we have a future card that comes out. This is also Libra energy. So it's about understanding maybe what was causing a disconnect, suddenly understanding what was causing you to not be ready or be in sync with somebody else or with another connection or being able to commit even, right? But this also says that there could be, not too distant future, this balancing out or legal equilibrium that is struck through some sort of court decision, some sort of executive decision, government decision, or just divine balance decision, like a balance in the cosmos. This sense of divine justice coming for whoever it was or whatever it was that was perpetually getting in your way. So that's really interesting. You know that I'm not the person who likes to find blame on the outside. I always encourage personal responsibility, but this does seem like something was interfering. So let's see. Let's see. And maybe you didn't realize it was interfering, right? And you need to disconnect from it, and that's going to clear shit up for you. So what is this Five of Swords? What was interfering with Aries? Progress. What was interfering? Someone was stealing, or okay. There was it's like a robbery. Something was something, not necessarily somebody, but this was something that was sort of underhanded and undermining you. And ultimately it was constant. It was creating constant disappointment, but it's like you didn't really have any control over it. Somebody was taking, raping, or just disappointment in the past that somebody had done that to you. Realizing that somebody had taken something from you, stolen something from you, really taken advantage of you in the past. That could have been why you disconnected. But it was also this sense of you holding on to that disappointment, which was blocking you from seeing or understanding your abundance right now. And that's kind of what it was, because the Wheel of Fortune came out. There is a beautiful full circle abundance energy about this. But I think what was blocking you was whatever happened to you in the past that made you feel hoodwinked, taken advantage of, and left this foul taste in your mouth, so that you kind of were not letting other things move forward because you were angry or still upset or still felt pissed about something in the past. This is what is coming full circle and sort of paying you back or paying you in full, or you're realizing, I got to get rid of this because the past is the past and I can't block my abundance. There's beautiful energy here. There's so much abundance here. And there's a sense of restabilizing and justice that comes for some disappointment or some disadvantage that had happened to you. It really does feel like, at least in part, you were taken advantage of. You were undermined in some way. But the problem is when bad things happen to us, it's not our fault. But you've heard this before, but it is our responsibility. And it's almost like everything stopped when whatever this was happened. Everything stopped. And it was including your ability to have faith and believe that things could get better, or that things weren't always going to hurt you or take advantage of you. So ultimately, this is first of all, the realization of that. But I also think on top of that, so that you liberate yourself from repeating your trauma, but it's also something comes full circle. I think what initiates it is that you see that justice is served karmically outside of you. Like, oh, I wasn't alone. I wasn't alone in this. Like, God didn't just leave me out there to dry. No, because you're going to see somebody get what they deserve. Or even if it's a governmental agency, whatever, it's like something is coming full circle. It's being recognized for what it did and how it hurt you or took advantage of you. And now things are coming back around, and a decision is being made or justice is being served in your favor. So let's get deeper into this. Come join me over in the extended. I will see you guys there.